There we go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Facebook, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Yeah, the late night. What the hell day it is? Is it Thursday? I think it's slash going into Friday. But guys, how are all of you? I'm now a late night talk show guy, so I guess I'm gonna so guys deal with it. I'm sorry, I'm blessed with work, man, but yeah, it's really been very busy. Got a question for you guys. How many of you have taken like an aspirin and like it instantaneously fixed your shit? Never. And last night, it takes time, is my point. I'm digressing here. And what happened last night was quite astounding. I came on the air. You guys saw the violin. Jerry's tired. He got this and that. Within an hour or two after I got off the air, went to work, started my work, then I realized, wow, okay, I'm feeling better. And guess what? It's 7:30 in the morning. So what I'm telling you guys is the mind is amazing. And they're just scratching the surface of how powerful it is. Your brain is just an electronic switching station, as Bob Proctor said. Basically, your mind, you tell your brain what you want it to do. If you want to feel better, reiterate that constantly. If you want things to go better, reiterate that constantly. Basically, what it's going to tell the brain to do is make the chemicals to make the feeling for you to enhance it to the quantum field. Does that make sense? So basically all I did for the next couple hours, man, was just kept saying, I'm blessed, I'm grateful, this is awesome. But you guys saw me bare bones in the shitter. I was down, man. I was down. I was getting over that monstrosity of a headache that I had. But it was great because after a while, everything pans out. And it's a great metaphor to live by, guys. You can't just jack an aspirin and expect your headache to go away. It's not. It takes time. Just like life. Life is like delayed for a reason, man. You keep pushing out the narrative of who you are, and life sooner or later is going to respond to that. So, on that note, a great story. This is one I was supposed to give last night, but it has a great story behind it. There's a lady. I mean, seriously, if you guys, I got so triggered when I saw her for the first time. Her name is Royal Lynn. And Royal was on Instagram, and I found her actually by accident. And what happened when I saw her, she put out this video. And I'm not promoting her. It was just a great thing. If music hits me hard, it hits me hard. And her music hit me really hard. This thing came out, she goes, the best country song, the hardest country song you're ever going to hear. And when she turned that thing on, she was in her car and she's doing it. And it was absolutely astounding. It was like a Limp Bizkit Shania Twain mixture. And what she did was she took life by the balls and gave it the big middle finger. And she said, look, this is me. Too bad. She had thousands and thousands of comments. And here I am thinking, God bless, that's awesome, good for you. But every single one of these people, these condoning people, just tore her apart. That's not country. You can't do that way. And that's how life is going to be if you try being yourself out there. And she was just taking everything and putting it in a big mixing bowl and created the most amazing sound. Honestly, I haven't heard that in a long time. It just makes you want to just whack your head against the wall and say, yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. This is how you got to be. And she was just being herself. And this is the beauty of life. And this quote I already had done. I got it off Facebook. No friggin' name again, but my God. It says, when nothing goes right, go left. That's the beauty of life, man. You have this choice. You got this fork in the road or wherever you want to go. It's your choice where you want to go. You want to go right, the so-called right way of how everybody wants to have you in life, or you want to go left. You want to go your way. And I'm actually left-handed, which is pretty cool. And oh my God, that people were so condescending with this woman. She created something so perfect, in my view, mind you. But the point being is, she was immediately told you can't call it something, and which is quite sad, because when you have something, and we all do, mind you, we have something that's special to show the world. Indeed, the world's going to jump back at you. And this reminded me of like when Shania Twain first came out, and they're like, that's not country, but where is she now? She's iconic because of that. But you didn't have the keyboards back then in the early 90s, man. When she first came out, when everybody turns into a journalist. You had a few condescending journalists back then saying, this is not country, it can't be that way. And she was like, no, I'm good. I'm just going to keep doing it. And indeed. And this is how you got to be. And there's an animal that mastered that. It's called a duck, man. Yeah, it sounds so simple. But a duck basically creates its own oil refinery. And what he does, or she does, duck or duckess, if you want to call it that way, they create this oil and they smear it all over their feathers, man. That basically makes them waterproof. This way here, the environment really can't get to them. And that's kind of what I'm telling you guys. Because we all have a gift. We all have a gift. But it all starts with the first word, not in the quote, but out of the quote box. I'm kind of getting back in the rhythm here again. Thought. You know, I bring this up so many times on America's Mentor. All the time. But there's always a different way of approaching it. There's connotations and denotations to what's going on with this word, but it's so friggin' powerful. Thought, an individual, act or product of thinking, hence idea, image, notion, and or picture. Your thought about everything, and you put that with the next word, direction, is going to create that something. It sounds so simple, but yeah, indeed. It's like that aspirin you take. If you keep thinking it's going to hurt, the aspirin's not going to work, man. But it's been proven science now. You got to tell yourself you want to feel better. But thought, you start with thought and what you want to do. That basically thought is you wanting to project yourself out to the world, but you got to put on that duck oil, man. You got to create your own refinery. You got to create your own oil facility to cover yourself from life. Because like what Royal Lynn went through with that, with all these people, she just kept putting out more videos of the same song. Got millions and millions and millions of views in only a couple days. And it was absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. But the next word is direction. You start with thought and you go right to direction, hence your guidance. Your guidance or supervision of action or conduct, hence management. You know, we are in complete control of our thoughts. We are. We really are. And from those thoughts, we send it to the old electronic switching station right there. Our creative mind and our subconscious mind. Those create chemicals, as I mentioned in the very beginning, to create the feeling. The more you put in what you want of that thought direction, hence left or right, wherever you want to go in life. I'd rather go left, mind you, because that's who I am. I'm that kind of guy. The minute you keep doing that consistently, you start the wheels of motion of emotion, which is basically your thought in motion, and out to the quantum field, and it's going to start creating you the situations, circumstances, and events to match that. And so many of you have heard that, you know, that passe statement, thoughts become things. No, thoughts are things. They create that in your life. You create your own self-fulfilling prophecy by how you think of yourself. So in essence, get some oil, man. Start smearing that shit all over you and start deterring and deflecting what life is trying to throw at you. Because you can become like Royal Lynn and create whatever you want in life. You don't have to be on the echelon of where she's going, which is going to be quite amazing, mind you. Please check out the video. It's going to blow your mind, Meatball. It's going to blow your mind. But like I said, it's my version. I love head banging. That's who I am. But in essence, think about this. When nothing goes right, if you keep hitting a wall with the same thing, try doing the same thing by going left a different way. Does that make sense? Hence, a different thought direction on what you're trying to do. It's really simple, but people have this thing about hustle, and it drives me knuckin' futz, man. You don't have to hustle, Meatball. You don't. You really don't. You just got to start creating. Start feeling the creation before the creation. Imagination is creation before the creation. And when you get to that point of like you want to feel better, start imagining it. You want to start loving, start feeling it. You want to create something special, start becoming it. It's really that simple, but you got to do it constantly. That last night was a great experiment I did on myself. Because I've been a guinea pig for the last decade with this quantum science thinking, conscious mind thinking. And I said, wait, I don't like where I am. I'm the hardest working guy out there. I'm giving my all in life, and nothing's working because that's how I thought of myself. I was giving my all, and it wasn't working. I thought of myself not as a person. I thought of myself as a thing. When I realized I'm infinite, I can do anything I put my mind to it, but I gotta stop going right if it's not working. Change direction with the same thing, mind you, but a different approach. Sorry, I banged the camera. Think about it for yourself, guys. I got totally distracted on that. When nothing goes right, go left. You can still keep the same dream, but if it's not going in direction, think of what you're thinking about it or how you're thinking about it. Change the direction of your thought, and you'll change the direction of your life. So, guys, I'm sweating. I'm stinking up the house, man. I got to get to work. But, guys, America's Mentor _radio on Instagram. Check out Royal Lynn, man. Guys, she should just get an award for being herself. God bless her, man. I hope she makes it. I mean, all these condescending comments under, she just kept putting out more videos, man. Of the same song, different scenarios, saying with a big middle finger to the world, this is who I am. I'm not telling you to get angry. She was just having fun. When you start getting angry, that's when the world said, okay, they're going to give you more angry things to help you in life. When you start approaching it with saying, look, it's good. Good, I'm lathered, man. I got the oil on. I'm happy with myself. I'm pushing myself forward. Life is going to respond that way as well. So, guys, like I said about America's Mentor on Instagram, follow me, Jerry Maldonado 2. My hours are a mess. But I get to come to bed with all you guys. Isn't that great? I can do it without feeling bad. So, guys, at America's Mentor on Twitter, at America's Mentor on YouTube, guys. Thanks for the Jackson views. Several thousand views on Monday's show from Kurt's website, American New Escape, on that show, and I'm so grateful for that, guys. Guys, thanks. Have a great night. Let me go make some stuff, baby. I'll see you guys soon.